Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to my Liston School and College online math class presented by Muhammad Tasbir Kurim. Today we are going to take a class of class 8. Our topic is algebraic fraction chapter 5, and we are going to solve a few maths of exercise 5.2. Question number 13, multiply. Here is the question we are just going to solve today. At first, that is number D. You can see there are three fractions. First one is x minus 1 by x plus 1, then x minus 1 whole square by x square plus x, and x square by x square minus 4x plus 5. So for the solution, you can see just writing the same things by multiplication sign. Here in the first fraction, multiplication second fraction, and multiplication third fraction. So we have to find out the product. So what do we have to do? Look at here, the first fraction is remains same here, nothing we can change. In the second fraction, look at the numerator, it is x minus 1 whole square, which you can write x minus 1 into x minus 1. And in the denominator, you can see we can write x square plus x. There is a x common here, and I am just taking the common x into x plus 1. So just writing the things, what is it is here, just writing this way. And here x square by x square minus 4x plus 5, as it is looks like middle term, but we cannot break it as middle term as there is a positive sign. Here for this positive sign we can't break it, so it remains same, or we cannot use any formula here, so it is remaining same. So the next line, you can see here we just writing all the numerator together. Here there is x minus 1, x minus 1, x minus 1, x square, x plus 1, x plus 1. Okay, this x is here, and this part, the denominator, all the denominators are writing together here, all the numerators are writing together here. Now you can see here is x and x square, we can simplify it. So here is the simplification, and after that I got x here. So in short, if I write the same things are here, x minus 1, x minus 1, x minus 1, so 3x minus 1, so we will just write x minus 1 whole cube, and in front of it x, and here x plus 1, x plus 1, if I multiply we will get x plus 1 whole square, and this part is, so here is the just finally we can get this one, so that is your answer. So I think you understand, it's not very difficult. I'm going to the next math of this multiplication, number 13, multiply G number. Here is also the three fractions you can see here, and we have to find out their product. So we just writing all the things in the multiplication sign between them. So this is the first fraction, second fraction, and third fraction. Now in the second line, next line, I am just going to break it into middle term. So how we just break it is, look at here, it's a 2. So 3x I can write 2 into 1, that equal to 2. And if I just add it, this 2x and x both are in minus sign, we will get minus 3x. So I can break it like this way. And similarly in the denominator, x square minus 4x plus 3, I am just breaking it, 4x equal to minus 3x minus x, and if you multiply it, 3 into 1, that equal to 3, it is remain same, and the sign minus sign remain minus sign here. The same way in the second fraction, we can just break it, this 5x, we can write it minus 3x minus 2x. If we multiply, we will get 6, and if you just add them, we will get minus 5. And in the denominator, same way, if you just find out the product of the, if I break it 7x into 4x and 3x, we will get what? 7x. and if you multiply it minus 4x minus 3x, you will get 12. We know how to break the middle term. We just learn it in chapter 4.3 and as well as in class 7 also. So I think you all know how to break it. Okay. Here in the last fraction you can see we can use a square minus b square factor formula, that is this one, x square minus 4 square, and here it is x square minus 9. We can write x square minus 3 square. Now we just going to just take common from this first two x, so we can get x minus 2, and we can take minus 1 common, so x minus 2. Similarly, we can take common here x into x minus 3. Here we can take minus 1 common, so x minus 3. Similarly, in the second, we just take common x from the first two, we will get x minus 3. In the second part, in the last two part, we can get minus 2, so that will be x minus 3. And in the denominator, you can take x common, so x minus 4, and minus 3 common from the last two part, that is minus 3. You will take common the x minus 4, and here x square minus y square, just get x plus 4, x minus 4, and x square minus 3 square, that equal to x plus 3, x minus 3. Now all together we are just writing the things, all the things that is here. What we will get x minus 2 and x minus 1. Here it is x minus 3 and x minus 2, and here it is x plus 4, x minus 4. Similarly, you can write x minus 3, x minus 1, x minus 4, x minus 3, x minus x plus 3, x minus 3. So here we the finally we get all the numerator together, all the denominator together. Now you can see similar things are in the numerator and denominator. So we are just going to cut it. Look at here, x minus 1 and x minus 1 is gone. Then x minus 3 and x minus 3 is gone, and x minus 4 and x minus 4 gone. Now the rest of the part cannot be divided by any other thing. That means the uncommon part are present in numerator and as well as in the denominator. So finally, what is we are just going here, x minus 2, and there is another x minus 2. So we can write x minus 2 whole square and x plus 4, and denominator we can write x minus 3, x minus 3. There are 2, that means we can write x minus 3 whole square and x plus 3. So here is the answer. I think I got it. So that is your answer. So my dear students, I think you understand up to this. These are not so difficult. So if you are just practice them a lot, I think it will be very easier to you. Now number 14, divide first expression by second expression. You have to be very careful about this part, because in your CQ part sometimes it's not mentioned, sometimes it's mentioned. So if you are just not read the question properly, then it will be make a problem to you. So as it is division, what will be your first expression, which one will be in front, that means the dividend, and which one will be your divisor. You have to recognize it first, okay? Otherwise it will be quite impossible to find the answer. So number F we are going to solve at first of this question. So x cube minus y cube, this is by x plus y, this is your first expression. And second expression is x square plus xy plus y square by x square minus y square. So like multiplication, we have to do some calculation here if we can do. So here is the first expression, here it is, by second expression, divide second expression. So you can see x is x cube minus y cube. We know a factors formula, that is x minus y, x square plus xy plus y square. And here in the second part, so I'm just writing this one here. I'm just break it, the division sign. After that, the denominator is here, x square minus y square. So we know that is x plus y, x minus y. So I'm just writing this. So the denominator is breaking here in the first fraction, just the numerator is breaking here. Nothing changed. The third line, it is remain same, but here it will be a change. Look at here, what is the change? the numerator go ups and the denominator goes down. Look, like this way. So the denominator is comes just the numerator is comes denominator, and the denominator is go up the numerator. Why? Because as I am just changed this division sign into multiplication sign. In class 5, you already learned this thing in the arithmetic part. This is called the reciprocal fraction of this. When we are going to change the sign division to multiplication, we have to just write the reciprocal fraction. This one, like if I am just think about 8, what is the reciprocal of 8? 1 by 8. Or if I just write like 6, 2 by 2 by 3. So what will be the reciprocal fraction? The reciprocal fraction will be 3 by 2. Okay, so I think you understand. So here it is, I'm just like writing the same way. I'm just writing the division sign into multiplication. Also I have to write the reciprocal fraction of these fractions. So the denominator will be go up here and the numerator will be go down. Now all the new, as it is multiplication, since just the previous one we solved, we have to do the same way. All the numerator will be together here, all the numerators are together and all the denominators are together. We have to give bracket, as there is no bracket, but we have to put it, otherwise it is not possible to find out the answer. Or if you just put the number without any bracket, then the expression will not be complete and it will get not full marks here. So here you can see some common part are there. What is the common part? You can see numerator and denominator, x plus y is common, so we can just remove it. And also these two, that is x square plus xy plus y squared by x square plus xy plus y squared, so that can be also removed. So what is the remaining part? X minus y, and nothing in the denominator, so x minus y whole square, that is your answer. So I think it's clear to you. I think you understand. Okay, inshallah next question you will understand more. Here is number 8. So you can look at the question here. So this is the first fraction, that is x square minus 7x plus 12 by x square minus 4, and we have to divide. This is the first fraction, we have to divide this by the second fraction. What is the second fraction? That is x square minus 16 by x square minus 3x plus 2. So here we are just going to divide, that is x square minus 7x. Just I'm just writing the first fraction here, division, second fraction. Okay, so the previous one we have to, we can break it to the middle term. So how? Just here it is minus 7x and plus 12. So 7x can be written by 3, 4. That is, if you get the sum, that is minus 7x. If you just multiply it, you will get 12. Okay, so minus 3 into minus 4 equal to 12, and if you just add them, you will get minus 7x. Similarly, here it is x square minus 4. We can use here the factor formula of a square minus b square. So here we just write x square minus 4 square, 2 square, and the division sign after that in the numerator, x square minus 4 square, and here we can write the middle term factors way, that is x square minus x minus 2x plus 2. So if you just add them, you will get minus 3x. If you multiply it, you will get 2. Okay, now you just take common from this first two, x minus 3, and if you take minus 4 common here, x minus 3, and here it is x plus 2 into x minus 2, and here in the top, in the numerator, in the second part, x plus 4, x minus 4, and here if you take common x from the first two, then you will get x minus 1, and if you take the last two minus 2 common, there is x minus 1. So after that, I am just writing here x minus 3 into x minus 4, and here it is x plus 2, x minus 2, and similarly just the rest of the part, x plus 4, x minus 4, and denominator x minus 1 and x minus 2. Now I am going to write, as it is division sign, we have to write multiplication sign. So here I am just writing the multiplication sign, and just the reciprocal fraction, just turn over the denominator x minus 1 and x minus 2 go to the numerator, and the numerator x plus 4 by x minus 4 just comes to the where the numerator, okay, denominator. So the numerator comes to denominator, denominator goes to numerator, just the change, okay. Now the multiplication, how we did in the previous one, same way we have to just write all the numerator together. It is x minus 3, x minus 4, x minus 1, x minus 2. Similarly, all the denominator together, x plus 2, x minus 2, x plus 4, x minus 4, all the things together. Now you can see some common part present in numerator and denominator. I am just cutting them. Just x minus 2, x minus 2, just removing x minus 4, and x minus 4 is just. After that, what is the remaining? X minus 3, x minus 1 here, and x plus 2, x minus 4 here. So finally we get the answer. So this is the thing what we have, the division we just completed. So these are the 4 maths we completed from this chapter for you, okay, in this class. So you have to complete it, practice it at your home so that you can understand and you can solve rest of the maths. So this is some work for you. I will do it. Is problem number 18, exercise 5.2, problem number 13b and 14f and h will be your homework, okay. So keep practicing, inshallah. If you just practice them at your home, and if you just practice rest of the maths also, then it will be very easier to you. So thank you for watching this video. Inshallah, hopefully I just make you clear about this topic. Inshallah, in the next video we will see more maths, and inshallah we can solve all the maths when you will get this in the question of your JSC examination. Okay, thank you. Assalamu alaikum.